Hello Aries, and welcome to my channel Tarot by Gabrielle. This is going to be a general reading for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs, looking at your recent past, your current energy, and your immediate future, answering the question, what do you need to know right now in order to move forward in alignment with your higher self to ultimately create the life that you desire and deserve? As I do in all of my readings, I've pulled the overall energy and clarified those messages, as well as the overall theme for the reading, which we'll jump into in just a second, but I still have the tarot deck I'll be using, the clarification deck, and the advice deck that I'll be using to close out the reading in the extended. Any information on the extended reading or on booking a personal reading with me is in the description box below. Last thing, please remember that these are general readings and they are not here to resonate fully for everyone. So do please remember to take what does resonate and helps your personal situation and leave what does not. All right, Aries. In your recent past, you have adjustments are required with the Six of Pentacles in reverse. I feel as if the universe threw a divine redirection your way. And the biggest reason for that was there was a situation you were investing in that wasn't capable of reciprocating you in the way that you deserve. So if you were in a job, it's like you weren't getting paid for the amount of effort you were put in. Or if it was a relationship, like that person wasn't capable of loving you in the way that you're deserving of being loved. And I feel like in some way, it's like the universe maybe put obstacles or challenges in your path to get you to shift your energy, shift in a new direction. Because I definitely feel like this adjustments are required. Card is kind of talking about divine redirection. Now, in your current energy, you have look at the bigger picture with the Ace of Swords in reverse. So the universe is saying you aren't seeing things clearly right now, because I feel like right now, especially if there was like the end of a relationship or a job or a path or whatever the case is, you might be seeing it as there's been a loss or, that's proof that I can't have what it is that I want, or, this means that I'm never going to be as happy as I could have been, or if that would have worked out, or whatever the case is. And the universe is saying, look at the bigger picture and try, it's not easy, but try to think from a place of life is happening for you, not to you. It might feel like it's happening to you, and I don't want to downplay the way you feel, okay? But if you look at things from a bigger perspective, and especially through that lens of believing that the universe has your back, you might be able to see that, okay, maybe these things didn't work out, or maybe these things are happening this way specifically to actually make things better for me in the end, which I feel like you see in your immediate future. You have prosperity lies ahead with the sun. And then the overall theme of the reading is bountiful harvest. So this is all such positive. This is the overall energy of the reading. This is what is kind of the energy of your future here. So I feel like it's like the universe is saying, we didn't take you away from things to shut doors that were meant for you or to take away what was meant for you. The universe is trying to lead you to this sun and to this prosperity, to good things, to positive experiences. And I feel like right now, it's just hard to see things that way. I certainly know that when I was going through, because I went through this period of my life, it was like the absolute worst thing I've ever been through in my life. My life fell apart. I lost everyone. My mental health was really struggling, and I think back to that period of my life now, and I see that it had to happen for a reason, and I'm actually very, very grateful for that whole experience. But when I was going through that experience, if someone would have approached me and been like, don't worry, this is all happening for you, not to you, I probably would have punched them in the face, because it was like, I don't see how you could say that to me. Like, there's no way this is happening for me, not to me. But now, where I'm at now, I look back on that experience and I'm like, oh, wow, okay, yeah, that really was happening for me. And certain things in my life fell apart so better things could come together. So sometimes when we're able to take that bigger perspective, things start to work out better than we think. I don't know why, but my eyes just started watering like crazy. All right, adjustments are required with the Six of Pentacles in reverse. I'm not crying, I swear. I don't know what's happening. All right, recent past for Aries. I think I'm going to have to break down and finally admit that I have allergies. I've never had them in my life, but ever since I moved back to the Midwest, or South, I don't really know where you'd say that I'm at here in Oklahoma, but all right, reset past here for Aries. Oh my goodness. Oh, Ace of Cups in reverse. Ooh, okay. There's the Ace of Swords. So, okay, Ace of Cups in reverse, Four of Swords in reverse, Ace of Swords upright. So you weren't being, okay, I'm going to say this and then I'm going to explain. You weren't being totally honest with yourself about the state of some sort of situation. And a big reason for that was because I feel like you feared the change that would have to happen once you were. So what I mean by that is if you're in a relationship and this relationship is draining you, like isn't capable of giving you what you deserve, isn't treating you well, it's hard to really truly admit that to yourself because then you're going to have to do something about it, right? Same thing goes for a job or like a path in general. Like if you admit to yourself like this isn't what I deserve or this isn't capable of being what I deserve, when you start to admit those things to yourself, you start to have to redirect to something better, right? And I feel like there was some situation, especially with the Four of Swords in reverse, that was incredibly like draining, like mentally, emotionally, physically just draining. And it's almost like there's a part of you that wasn't fully being honest with yourself about how much that was affecting you. Maybe because you had this idea of like, it's worth it, or I really want this to work, or whatever the case is. And again, like no one's going to blame you for that. Like you're not doing anything wrong. But, if something fell apart or if certain things went down the way that they did, you can look at it from this experience of like, okay, maybe that wasn't meant for me, or maybe that wasn't capable of being what it is that I'm truly, truly deserving of, which I feel like is ultimately what the case is here, which is why you have adjustments are required. Is the universe is saying you're looking to receive love or to receive abundance or to get to a certain level of success or whatever the case is, but this isn't the path to do it because this isn't capable of being what it is that you deserve. All right, past energy here for Aries. The Five of Wands. So, okay, it's like you were on the fence about something. Should I stay? Should I go? Should I keep trying? Should I keep investing? Should I give up? It's like you knew what the right answer was, but I feel like there's a part of you that was holding on to the hope. Like, well, maybe things will improve, or maybe things will get better, or maybe, the situation will change. But then I feel like things didn't change. So I feel like the universe had to step in and change things for you, or currently is in the process of doing that. Yeah, something along those lines. All right, more for Aries recent past. You're on the fence about something. You were back and forth, like conflicted. Past energy for Aries. Ace of Wands in reverse. This is interesting. Seven of Pentacles. Okay. I feel like it's like you knew, you were blinded by hope, blinded by, not that hope is a bad thing, like blinded by love or blinded by, it's like you knew deep down that like something wasn't right or something wasn't good or something didn't align with what it is you were truly deserving of, but it feels like you didn't want to do anything about it because of the possibility that like things could change, so you kept investing. And so that's why the universe, divine intervention is what this was. Divine intervention, divine redirection. Like I feel like the universe like is either did or is in the process of pulling you out of a situation that wasn't what you want. It's like what you thought you wanted, but only because you didn't know that there's better for you. You don't know that there's better for you, that this is possible. So let's shift gears here. Current energy for Aries. Look at the bigger picture with the Ace of Swords in reverse. I don't want to say like, oh, you just weren't doing anything about it, because that's not what I mean. I feel like we all do that, like, what's it called? Cognitive dissonance. Where it's like we know something, but we do something else, or like you're like, I know this isn't right for me, or like, I can feel that this isn't what's meant for me, or I can feel that this isn't what I deserve, but maybe this is as good as it gets, or maybe, it'll be worth it in the end, or whatever the case is. It's like you act against what you're really feeling almost. And like, sometimes we don't even want to be aware of what it is that we're really feeling, because again, the truth is scary. Being honest with ourselves about the reality of a situation is really scary, because then we'll have to do something about it. All right, current energy for Aries. Look at the bigger picture with the Ace of Swords in reverse. Page of Cups in reverse. So the universe is sending you guidance, but it's being ignored, or like you're not wanting to listen to it. But with the Nine of Cups, it's trying to take you to wish fulfillment here. Okay, what is this Page of Cups in reverse referring to? King of Swords with the Hierophant. You're needing a new perspective. You're really in your head. It's like, and I get this. It's like, well, I have to stay in this job. Like, there's no other option, or I have to stay in this relationship because what if nothing better ever comes along? Like, I don't want to be alone forever. Or we share a house, or we have kids together, or whatever the case is. And it's like, I just get this feeling that something, like that you're supposed to take certain action, or that like there's, I don't know, it's like something, but you don't want to admit it, Aries. I don't think you want me to see it either, because I'm having a hard time getting to the root of it. It's like something, but you're not wanting to admit it to yourself. But it's like you're stuck in this energy of lacking fulfillment and abundance, staying in this. My nose is itching, so excuse me for, I don't know why I started this reading and all of a sudden got like super stopped up. All right, current energy for Aries. Look at the bigger picture of the Ace of Swords in reverse. I feel like this is a very specific reading for somebody. Like not wanting to admit something to yourself, not wanting to see things as they are. Okay, current energy for Aries. It's like, but it's like but you don't want to know. Current energy for Aries. Okay, so there's the Page of Cups in reverse, and then there's the Page of Wands. And Page of Pentacles. 3 out of the 4 pages right there. Okay, so what is this talking about? What are these pages talking about? The guidance you're receiving would require you to make changes that that you're afraid to make. That literally, Moon with the 3 of Wands in reverse. You'd rather play it safe because of the fear of the change that would happen. Oh, Aries, I get that. I so get that. Like, man, do I get that. I think it's always easy to look at things as we want them to be, or as we hope that they're going to be. It's easier to do that for sure, but it always makes things harder in the end. This is a lesson that I feel like I've had to learn so many times in my life. It's like, yes, it's easier in the moment to kind of like be blinded by love, or, to see things again through the lens of what we want to see or what we hope to see. But when we see things as they are and we act from that place, we actually create better experiences for ourselves. It's just fear keeps us trapped in what is known and familiar, because your ego actually prefers cycles and situations that don't make you happy if they're familiar. So if you're in a relationship that isn't making you happy or doesn't align with like your worth or whatever, your ego actually prefers that because it knows what it feels like, it knows what the experience is like, and it wants to stay exactly where things are predictable. The unknown is your ego's worst nightmare. And I feel like whatever this is that you need to be like to see the truth of, like it would require you to take action that like you're afraid to do because it would push you into your comfort or out of your comfort zone. This is a very specific reading for somebody. It feels like this is I don't know if it's a smaller collective or what, or like current energy for Aries, because it's specific. Current energy for Aries. You're discontent with how things are, but you're comfortable. You're comfortable. You're complacent. You've gotten complacent, Aries. And now, again, I absolutely get that. And you're not doing anything wrong, and I'm not blaming you. But seeing things as they are will always lead you to better. It's like I don't feel like you're happy here, Aries. Clarifying this Four of Cups in reverse. It's like, yeah, you're holding yourself back in some way. I feel like I'm speaking to a collective that knows exactly what I'm talking about. Like, this isn't something where you're like, yeah, I know what you're talking about. And it doesn't need to be huge. It could be like taking better care of your health, or it doesn't always have to be like these big life-changing decisions. But okay, what does Aries need to know moving forward? You have prosperity lies ahead with the sun. So a lot of good here. It's like prosperity that you haven't been able to access yet because it's requiring changes that you might be a little afraid to make. And one of the biggest things you need to know is you're not going to miss out on the opportunity, okay? The opportunity for you to be happy, abundant, loved, successful, it's always going to exist for you. The opportunity is always going to exist. You just might repeat a cycle, or you might stay in a cycle for a little bit longer, but the opportunity is ahead of you. It's out of reach because it's being blocked by something. What does Aries need to know moving forward? There's the Eight of Cups. It's walking away from something. Oh my gosh. Having the courage to do that with the Seven of Cups, it's like it opens so many doors. Having the courage to leave something behind opens so many doors for you. I'm not saying quit your job before you have a plan, but like specifically if that's what what this is about. Or, in fact, I don't recommend that because you'll fight against a very aggressive lack mentality. But, being open to making changes that you're scared to make can always lead to better. But it's going to take courage. It's like courage to do the things that have been keeping you from the life that you truly desire, from an outcome that you truly desire. What does Aries need to know moving forward? I don't know what is going on in this reading. Like my eyes, my face just like... I like all of a sudden I feel like I have the symptoms of being sick, but I'm not sick, which I guess is allergies. So immediate future for Aries. The Justice, getting what you deserve. But the devil is keeping you from the justice. The devil is keeping you from the justice, the attachment to where you're at, attachment to what this is, even though it's not making you happy, even though it's not meant for you, but you're afraid of the change, which would lead you to the justice. It would lead you to you getting what you deserve. So the universe is trying to move you in this direction. What else does Aries need to know moving forward? The Seven of Swords. It's the unknown. It's the unknown. The Seven of Swords is really this like, you have to get comfortable. In order to create better experiences for ourselves, we have to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. We have to open ourselves up to the possibility that more is possible. To the possibility that more exists. Otherwise, we're going to stay in experiences that don't fulfill us and don't make us happy and, block us from those opportunities. Because you only have so much energy you can give and receive. And if your energy is filled up by things that aren't meant for you or things that aren't making you happy, you're not going to have room for the things that can and will. So the universe is saying this is about believing in a familiar or believing in an unfamiliar heaven instead of keeping yourself in a familiar hell because you think you have to. So yeah, I feel like there's divine intervention, divine redirection happening here, and it's to really good things. It's just that the unknown part is really scary, which is understandable. Okay, we're going to hop on over to the extended. The extended is going to talk about what you can do right now to ensure you're moving forward in alignment with your higher self. Any information for that is in the description box below. Thank you so much, Aries, as always, for your support of my channel. I do obviously hope that this reading helped and resonated with you in a way that you were needing today. And as always, Aries, I wish you nothing but love and healing on your journey moving forward. All right, bye, Aries.